out, I think that's going to be a big one. So that was why I just decided to come to Federal House of Rep to serve my nation and also to attend to my community. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me ask this. Let's look at let me look at your.
Hello?
All right. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can.
Okay, so let me ask this. What core values have really guided your personal and professional life so far? And how will you how do you think those values influence your role or will influence your role as a legislator if you are elected?
Okay, I think my major core values are integrity, determination, and focus. Now, my integrity, determination, and focus will help me when I get there in the sense that whatever I am going for, I know that with my past antecedents and with my integrity, I know that I will not mess myself up. So it will help me to do what? To carry out my assignments well. Now, determination. Now, when I'm there, like I pass a bill, I will insist and I will be determined not to divert whatever I've been assigned to do. And I have to be focused on whatever I am supposed to do and make sure I don't get distracted. So those three core values are what will help me, are what I want to drive on to really achieve my aim when I get there. Thank you.
All right. All right. So yeah. So let's by your vision and leadership. There must be some level of drive. What exactly is your vision for your constituency? And how does this affect? How does it differ from what your predecessors have done or have attempted to achieve? What do you intend to do? What's that vision you have for that federal constituency you intend to represent?
Okay, thank you very much. Like the other time when I contested for House of Assembly in Okero, I saw a lot of lapses. Number one, insecurity. Now, farmers could no longer go to the farm. And the major thing is when there's no hunger, I think a lot of problems are being solved when there is food to eat. Why is that making money? Why is that when you have food to eat, you can sell out of it to make money to meet other needs. Now, when the major need is not being met, there's going to be a problem. So now in my constituency, I just noticed that farmers can no longer go to farm because of insecurity. Number one, then the weather is not too favorable. So now seeing all those lapses has pushed me to like, okay, let me just see how I'll pass bills to see how we can get help for farmers. One, working with the security personnel like the militaries and paramilitaries coming together to work with them to make sure we secure our environment because if each home is secured, the community will be secure. Now, another area I am focusing on is seeing how to bring factories aside farming. We can go into mechanized farming. Now, and aside from mechanized farming, bringing factories whereby if we, in my place, there's a lot of cashew. Aside eating the fruits of cashew, we can convert the juice into different juice. We can convert the seed aside having a cashew nut into chocolate and all that. So that's what I'm looking at. Those things are lacking in my area. So I see it as an opportunity whereby I can pass bills and make sure if definitely approved, I'll be able to use it to empower and to build up, to develop my constituency. Thank you.
I don't know. Is that all? I believe there may be others. In order of priority, apart from these ones, and maybe you may still have others. Can you clearly outline like top three constituents, top three legislative priorities you for your constituents when you get there? What are these top three legislative priorities you would like to prioritize when you get into the House of Rep? Specific
Okay,
actions.
thank you.
You like it for me
Okay,
or firstly
major,
enough.
the first, okay, majorly, the first three is water, good water, road,
Okay.
and movement. Water, road, and movement. Then, like I said the other time too, security, because it's major thing. Now, in my place, there's no flowing water except places where you have boreholes. So those are the things we are trying to, I'm going to work on to make sure those ones are put in place. This is air, and it's a general place whereby everybody is watching and listening to you. And there are some things that you don't just let out now. You need to be conservative with some of your plants and all that because of where we find ourselves. But the major thing now is water, roads, that's the movement, then security.
All right, but let me be very specific. What looking at other candidates and looking at you, what relevant experiences actually or qualifications do you have that you think will make you be the best candidate for this position? What specifically do you think makes you the best candidate for this position?
Okay, thank you. Well, like I said the other time, I am a paramilitary personnel. I run a security outfit. In fact,
All
that's
right.
the major thing that distinguishes me from every other candidate. Because so far, so good for now that I've seen. I don't think I have people on that field which can compete with me. And if the security of a community is intact, I think every other thing should be intact. As a business person, you can come out in the night. As a farmer, you can go out during the day, even at night, when you know you're safe. Now, as a maybe as a clergy person or this business transporters and all that, if you know you are secure, you can move out at any time. So that alone distinguished me from every other candidate. So the security of the community is the major thing. Security of the community is the major thing. And aside that, humanitarian services too. I've been able to serve my community very well. Now, being an NGO person, I've served outside my community. So now, okay, I think 2023, I had to do medical outreach for all the wards. And you know what it means. So checking, when you know who these people are, you'll be able to meet their needs. Number one, do you know them? Do you know the people in your community? Do you know what they are liking? Do you know what? Some of them are not sick, but because there is no food, that will make them to fall sick. When we had medical outreach 2023, sorry to just put in, and there was a man that they wanted to give him drugs. My doctors wanted to give him drugs.
Okay.
And he said, no, I don't want drugs. I want Fumini Ogun. I want Fumini Ogun in my place. Me, don't give me drugs. He said, just give me 1,000 naira. I want to eat. Now, do you know that this man, when he was checked, he had BP and he had diabetes? Now, he knows that he has this thing, but he doesn't want to take drugs because he's telling me, okay, if you give me drugs, after taking drugs, what happens? I don't even have food to eat before even taking drugs. So you know your people, some are sick, some are hungry. So the first thing is, do you know your people? If you know your people, you know where they are lacking, you know how you'll be able to meet their needs. Know your people first. Then you know what they need. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you. Let's go further. Let's look at the polity. Nigeria's political landscape is plagued with corruption. That's what one thing everybody knows. What concrete measures as a legislator will you implement to ensure transparency and accountability in your office that make it stand out from the rest?
Sorry, come again.
I said, what concrete? I said Nigeria's political landscape is riddled with corruption. Now, I'm asking, what concrete measures will you implement to ensure transparency and accountability in your office and in the polity?
Okay, thank you. as an House of Rep member, as far as aside passing of bills, I will make sure I monitor whatever budget is on ground. One. Then two, when it comes to establishment, I will also make sure I monitor to see that it is well established. You follow up the people you are assigning all these works to, because you cannot do it alone. You have to do it with people. You won't just give them instruction and sit down at the comfort of your zone and tell them to come and give you reports. In my state, there was a governor that I think some years back, if he gives you work, if maybe it's at night, you just go out at night to go and monitor those projects that are given. You understand? And after you make sure you monitor them for them to do the right thing. Then, in addition to that, I will also make sure transparency in the sense that I will be publishing every activity done, the money spent, and all that. It depends on the time. How often we'll be doing that will depend on the projects we are running. I will make sure we're open to everybody, even the community. Like I keep saying, my concern is the community because they are the one I'm there to serve. The moment they know that you are open, if they know what you're doing, you don't have problem. So the trust has to begin from your community. You let them know that, okay, you pass a bill of maybe the road or the house, it is assigned, and you are there. This is how far we've gone. We've taken this road from here to here. This is how far we've gone. We in the next social space, we're going to complete this, and this is the amount we have, and all that. So the accountability is not problem because I will make sure they will hold me responsible when I'm not doing that. First of all, when they know what you want to do, if you want to be transparent enough, in fact, it is good for you to let them know how much you're being given to run any project you want to run. That is transparency and accountability. So when you start the project, you always do what you update them. Thank you. Let me go stop here for now. Thank you. Hello, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
All right, good morning, Madam Joyce.
Sorry, Grace.
I've been listening to you. So I guess Mr. Kevin is having network challenge. I'll keep it up from here. So in the face of political pressure, are you listening?
Yes, please.
In the face of political pressure, how will you remain committed to ethical leadership and good governance?
Thank you so much for that question. Sorry to just refer you, but I want to refer you. Now, you can ask those that we work together 2023. I am a focused and a determined person. Every effort they tried 2023, though they brought other candidates over and all that, but I remain steadfast. I remain focused and I remain determined. You know why? Because I came prepared. At least the little money I had was what I used to fund my campaign. Nobody sponsored it for me. So now, if you're not the one sponsoring me, you cannot even ask me to compromise in the first place. And even though you are the one sponsoring me, so long as I have a project, I have my goals that I want to run, and you know it, there's nothing that will make you change me away. Yeah, people say, oh, it's easier said than done. Like all politicians, when they want to talk, when they want to go in, they can say sweet words and all that. With my past antecedents, nothing will make me compromise. They will tell you if you cannot beat them, you join them. If I cannot beat them, I better leave instead of joining them when I know it's not right. But I will not compromise. I don't compromise. So no matter how frustrating the pressure is, except if I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But if I know what I'm supposed to do, nobody changes me from doing it. So that is how determined and focused I am. So pressure
All right,
will
sir.
not be from my stand.
All right, I'll have to ask this. Sorry, I had a little glitch with my network. I don't know whether I will ask it, but let's look at what specific bills or motions you like to sponsor. And you must have one in mind. And another thing is, it's sometimes most of these bills are introduced by these House of Reps are normally abandoned, or they don't have the wit to make sure that the bills pass. That may be a clear task. Apart from what specific bills do you intend, or motions do you intend to or plan to sponsor to support you and to support your constituency?
Oh, okay.
And can you outline the strategy you will use to ensure that those bills?
Okay. First of all, the Hello, are you there?
Yeah, you look at my question. You look at my question. You look at my question.
Okay, I'm hearing you now. You said?
Yeah, did you look at my question? What I asked about the bill? Sorry, my network had issues again. I said to sponsor or support that with the make sure that those bills are passed.
Okay. Sorry, just getting that clear now. The major bill is going to be agricultural development bill. Agricultural development bill. And like I said the other time, I'm looking at us having a mechanized farming, whereby we have equipment that will be available for farmers to make it easier for them. And that's why I was talking about the security aspects of it, because getting those equipment, if they are not secured, is also going to be a problem. Thank you.
All right. Let's look at some ongoing challenges that are taking place in Nigeria. Insecurity, number one, especially insecurity. Then you also have unemployment, poor infrastructure, corruption. Can you outline or can you let us know what legislative tools you will use to help tackle this problem? It's a very serious problem right now, especially insecurity. So what happened in Edo State is getting to a tipping point. We know how unemployment has always been there, poor infrastructure. So what legislative tools will you use to address this problem?
Okay, thank you. Like I was saying the other time, the truth about security is when you know your community, I keep saying it, you don't have much problem. Now, I will want to do it in a way whereby, first of all, you sensitize the people of your community. You let them know that, number one, they have to be the protector of themselves. You secure your place and secure other places too. No, how? Now, if in a family of 7, you are seeing somebody that is changed, hovering around that place, or just moving unnecessarily, you call the attention of people on time. So by the time you call the attention of people on time, now even if you are using the civil defense, the soldiers, the police, and all that, now you have to be vigilant first from the grassroots before you be able to say, okay, this is what we are noticing in this environment. So you start calling attention of security and make sure they are always available on ground. But first of all, we have to be security conscious within our community, within our territory. I think there was a time I was at home in a village for a campaign then. I think before I got there, some people invaded that place. And before you know, the community knew that. Those in that place knew that these people are not our people. So they called my attention to it. I had to start calling the security personnel involved. And before you know, they came rallying around to tackle that. That's that for security. We have to start our security from the grassroots because the commandant cannot come from the headquarters to the grassroots to protect us.
Exactly.
We ourselves have to be vigilant, start protecting ourselves from our houses to the community, from the community to the local government and the state at large. That is that for security. Now, when it comes to unemployment has seriously been a big issue. Now, let me ask you, Mr. Kevin, you know how many graduates are leaving the school and serving every year? 323 batches every year. Now, how many employments has the government provided? No. How many organizations, how many establishments has the government provided? They don't have. Now, everybody cannot even be a federal government or state government worker. You can be an employer of labor. And that's what we're talking about the mechanized farming and all that. Now, the machine that we'll be using, some people will be in charge of it. When it comes to packaging, some people will be in charge of it. All these ones are doing what? They are being employed. It may not be with the federal government or with the state government, but they are all what? They are all engaging themselves to make money. Then when it comes to infrastructures and all that, we know we've been having all that challenges, of which we are definitely going to fix them. There are times that some money will just come in and it's focused for that. If the money that is coming cannot even serve everything you're doing, there's a way, someone like me, what I intend doing is to reach out to friends. I have GDM there, like I have them, I have diaspora. In fact, you have individuals that are rich, but don't want to waste their money. So if you have something reasonable doing, you can call on people at any time and they will attend to you. Coupled with the fact that I run an NGO. Now, with my NGO, I will be able to facilitate sponsors either nationally or internationally. When they see the project I'm running, it's not for them to, it's enough to convince them for them to support it. In my place, we have rich people. And you're not even staying home. Why? Because they're not secured. They have money, they want to develop their place because they feel that we don't have anybody genuine that we can commit our money into their hands to help develop the community. But if they see a sincere person and you are working, they said action speaks louder than voice. If you're carrying out projects, people will knock at your door and tell you, Ambassador, I want to sponsor you. I want to support you. I'm seeing what you're doing. I want to support. I want to add my own little token so that you'll be able to do one thing or the other. You can end up building schools, renovating schools, and all that. But the thing is, when they see you working, generally sponsors will come, help will come from anywhere. I can even call on you in my community. This is how far I've gone. Please, I need like 50 billion for me to support. If you see what I am doing, you won't tell me about that. I can't waste my money. If you don't have that money, in this community, this constituency, this woman is working. What she's stranded, we need to support her with money. You will be the one to even advocate for me, for my community. But before you do that, you must have seen me doing what? You must have seen me working. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Yeah. People seeing things that you've done on ground really ginger them up to believe in you. Let's look at it's not really a smooth ride in the House of Representatives or in the National Assembly. There are other members of other political parties there. You will need bipartisan support. What will be your approach to getting bipartisan support for your legislative agenda, especially if you know that people may oppose what you are trying to do in the legislature, like passing your bill and the rest? What will be your approach to gaining bipartisan support for your legislative agenda, and particularly when you are facing opposition from more powerful political interests? How will you go about this and make sure you get support for whatever you are doing in the lower chamber?
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, do you know that if we are well sensitized, we won't be fighting each other? Now, I am saying, okay, I want to come and serve you. You said, I don't want you, madam, don't come and serve me. And I said, by force, I want to serve you. If I don't have anything in my mind that is negative, I won't force myself to serve you because I know I want to serve you. So now, if I tell you I want to serve you and I tell you the reason why I want to serve you, you do what? And if I'm a genuine person, I know I can do that. You support me. Now, my opponent, they know what is good. It's just that let me not say some of us are just being greedy and we are just being proud. Now, if I have an opponent for my state or for my constituency, maybe another party, he knows that in his local government, there is no development there. Now, if you can't get there and I am there and I need your support, your mindset is, okay, we want the best for the community. I want to help. The first thing I will do is to sensitize them. We need to talk one-on-one. Let's understand why we want to do this thing. I may not be in your party. I don't need to be in your party before we can work together. If your mindset is to build your community, I need your help. Forget about the party. Let's just drop party and work together. I need your help. I need your support. And I know that if I'm able to convince them, of which I should, because I know what I'm doing, they will support. I don't need to fight. Like I tell people, see, if you're my campaign team, and you kill anybody for my sake, you're on your own. Because it is not a do or die affair. Now, after 2023, I went back to my business. I don't need to start struggling up and down because it's not a month for you to be there. You want to serve. When the time comes, after I left, people were calling me. Of course, they were calling me. They were telling me, okay, we know the right thing, but you know the way it happened. So they called you back. They called me back. They're calling me back. So they know that this woman is capable to build the community. I cannot do it alone. I keep saying it. I will need everybody, even every party, whether I have them. I will go to them, whether you are in my party or not. I'm not fighting you. All I need is your help. And I'll come to you. And when they see you doing something, they will do what? They will definitely support you. They will support you. Thank you. So I'll be able to sensitize them and tell them I need their support. Thank you.
All right. But before we read that, but you know as well that they may also be influenced by their party. They may have a mind of their own, but sometimes their party may override them. I want to make them not to support your bill or your legislation. What would you do at that point? We have a situation whereby it seems as if people want to do what they want to do, but it seems as if there seem to be some political forces that may still go against you, no matter how good your bill is, that seems to be plaguing the National Assembly. What will you do?
Well, there are some things you cannot force to happen. You try your best. If your best is enough, it's work out. Now, you cannot force them to support your bill if they don't want to. You just try your best. Okay. Make sure you are determined and you're focused. That's just me for you. Thank you.
All right. Okay, let's quickly go to some your constituents may want to have their own voices and concerns and want to try and reach out to you. You are going to be their voice. How will you make sure that their voices and their concerns you get to hear from them and voice it out in the assembly? What will be the relationship between you and your constituents in connecting with them and relaying whatever concerns they have to the National Assembly?
Okay, thank you. Well, as a grassroots person, first of all, like I keep saying, you know your people. When you know your people, you know their needs. Now, if you don't even know their needs, how do you want to speak for them? Which bill do you want to pass for them? You reach out to them, you talk one-on-one, know what they want, and when you know what they want, you speak on their behalf. But you have to know what they want. Now, me, I'm a grassroots person, always on ground with my team, working with them. I will go to them, we'll meet each other once in a while, like, okay, this and this, what is on ground? What's the next thing? What do you think we can do? So we work hand in hand together.
All right. I'm going to ask this question. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to ask this question, which is unusual, because we are going to ethics and moral standing. I want to ask this question because it's normally rare in this part of the world. But I'm not saying it will happen, but let's assume Would you resign from office if credible evidence emerges that you engage in unethical practices, or even if not legally prosecuted? Why and why not?
Of course, if it is genuine, if it is proven, if it's not like, okay, your enemy is after you or trying to pull you down, if it is genuine, why not? I should be able to face the repercussion of every error I commit. Yes.
All right. All right. People say the legislators are all right. Now, people say the legislators are heavily well paid. They are paid so well, fat salaries, and most people feel that if public office holders cut on their salaries, are prudent, it will go a long way to make sure that the government is able to take care of itself and the populace in general. What is your stance on salary cuts or reductions in allowances for political office holders, especially National Assembly members? What's your position on salary cuts?
It is true, and I am in support. You know why? The distance between the politicians and the common people is just too wide. Now you can imagine me and my classmates finished at the same time. Maybe the person did well in school, but now the person is just trying to, he or she is a civil servant and is earning let's say 500,000 naira, not even up to. And you can imagine me earning millions. Definitely the gap is wide. There's no how we can just have a good rapport. There's no how we can relate well. There's this intimidation that this person will be feeling towards me. Like, it's not like I want to intimidate, but for the fact I know that, the salary thing, this money thing gets into the head of most politicians. It's only few humble ones that just feel themselves like, I can tell you that I know 2, 3 politicians that what they earn, they still cut it down to serve their community. We have people like that. But those ones don't make noise, they don't announce. So if it's being cut, I'm in support of it being cut because the margin is just too wide. Too wide. The margin is too wide. I'm in support of it being cut. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, man. In terms of personal sacrifice, what personal sacrifices are you willing to make, or how are you willing to make to ensure you genuinely serve the interests of the constituency? How far can you go rather than your own interests or those of your influential sponsors? What personal sacrifices are you willing to take or make?
First of all, is I will give my time. Because all is not about money. If I stay in Abuja and I say I want to serve from Abuja, it doesn't make any sense. You know why? Because you won't be able to monitor whatever you have. I will make myself available at the grassroots to make sure while I am doing whatever I'm doing, I need to get feedback from the people. And if you cannot get a sincere feedback, you see people telling you how it's off. You see people telling you, oh, how they are happy about your progress and all that. I will make myself available. That's sacrificing my time. Make myself available by sacrificing my time. Then give out of whatever knowledge I have. Like when it comes to aside my political skill, I want to use my skill too. I've been using it anyway. Digitally, I want to make sure I help people. So my own tenure, my own period, I don't want local champion. I want to build my youth digitally. So I cannot do that when I am not available for them. So the major sacrifice that I want to pay is availability. Sacrificing myself, my time. My time. Not, I won't just say money because if it's money, it's easy to send money to people and all that. But my time. When people see you one-on-one, they feel at home with you. They feel, oh, this is my person, my sister, my auntie and all that. They can relate, express themselves. So the major thing I want to sacrifice is my time. Thank you. By making myself available. Thank you. Hello, can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, He probably have a network challenge.
Please confirm you can hear me. I think I'm having a glitch in my network. Please confirm you can hear me. Can you hear me, man?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go.
Please, can you hold on a bit? Please confirm you can hear me, please.
I can hear you loud and clear now.
Okay, it's all right. So, what performance indicators will you use to measure your success in office? And how will you make these indicators publicly available for accountability purpose? That will also lead me to another question. If you fail to meet your set targets or promises, what steps will you take to address such failures? And how should your constituents hold you accountable?
Whoa, well, if I fail, well, I don't hope to fail, but if peradventure, if anything like that happens, there must be a reason.
Are you there?
See, communication goes a long way to help whatever happens in someone's life and in your career. Now, there must be a reason why your target is not being met. And people are always watching and listening and waiting for you. So definitely, if there's a reason why I failed at that particular time, I need to retrace my step back. Now sit down, let them know. First of all, you check the reason why you failed. What really happened? Now you take a corrective measure to make sure you put that in place and that doesn't happen again. Then you let people know. You keep updating people. And someone like me, there must be an openness. I let people know that, okay, this and this. Okay, let's take example from, okay, we are signing a contract with someone to help us do, and we are there monitoring. The people are at work already, and maybe along the way, because of rain or something, we were to finish the contract within a year. We could not. So now, definitely because I'm on ground to monitor what is happening, I know that, okay, the rain obstructed them and all that. So when you're not meeting up with that 1 year, you go back to your people and let them know, explain to them, we're sorry. The reason why we could not meet up with 1 year is because of this, and because of that. So we're sorry, we're going to make it up. So in case there's any failure, yeah, there's nobody that is perfect. Everybody's working towards perfection. Now, I am talking to you today. In the next 3, 4, 5 months, I will be better than this, because now this person you are asking me is for me to just go back and sit down and say, oh, in case this thing happens, you never thought of it before now. Now, but in case it happens, what do you do? I will also go back to sit down, also meet professionals that are better than me, that have been there before, to ask them, okay, in case something like this happens, what do you do? You understand? But there will always be a sit back and rethink and check, then update people. Make sure you're open. If you know your people and your people know you, there's nothing you need to hide away from them. And when you're open to them, if anything happens, while you are explaining, they will tell you, yes, we know. We'll be following up. So it will even ease yourself when you open up to people. When you open up to your people, let them know what you are doing. Because you are there to serve them and not to serve yourself. So if you are there to serve them, now you carry them along whatever you're doing. Right. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question. Thank you. Hello.
All right. Upset. Sorry for that. On the final note, thank you for that. On the final note, Madam Ambassador, I would like to you to present yourself.
Hello.
Constituents here. The people of your constituency trust you to represent them in the House of Representatives. Them know why they should.
I wasn't hearing you. I can hear you now. There is something.
I said on the final note. On the final note.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
think he's having network challenge here. Ambassador, can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you now.
I think what he's trying to say is, on a final note, if elected,
Yes, sir.
what legacy do you hope to leave behind after a tenure as a member of the House of Representatives?
Okay, thank you. The legacy is integrity. When you have integrity, you do the right thing. The legacy is integrity. That's just the umbrella of everything. When you have integrity, you do the right thing. When you have integrity, you keep to your words. When you have integrity, you make sure you achieve success. When you have integrity, you don't look back, you don't compromise. So that's why I said the umbrella of the whole thing is integrity. And integrity is the umbrella for my success. When you achieve this, everybody will know that, oh, this woman, she said it, she did it. She really represented us well. She represented womanhood, she represented motherhood, she represented our community, she represented our country, she represented the world at large. Integrity. If you don't have it, no matter how intelligent you are, if you don't have integrity, there's no success there. So the biggest legacy I am going to leave is having integrity. Like I said, integrity helps you to achieve anything you want to achieve in life. Thank you.
Okay. That was a good response. Before we go, we'd like you to have some words for your community. Drop some message to them in respect to the
I can't
upcoming
hear
election.
you. I wasn't hearing you, please.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, loud and clear, I can.
All right. I was like, drop some message for your community, members of your community that may be listening to you. Tell them, drop some message for them in respect of the upcoming election, come 2027, and choices they have made, and the need for making realistic choices, because election have consequences. So drop your note for them. Thank you.
Okay, the listeners I'm going to drop for my people is to let them know that we want a better community. If we have a better community, is when we have a better Nigeria. Now, I need you and I to have a better Nigeria. No matter what anybody comes to tell you. Now, you can imagine those of us that collected money 4 years ago. How much? Where's the money now to serve you? Don't allow anybody deceive you. You know what you want. Be there. I just want you to, at least you know me, I just want your support so that we can work towards achieving our dream, our goal, to have a better community, so that we'll bring our people in town to the village, whereby we'll turn our village into a city that other people from other cities will come home and say, oh, I love this place. I want to come and stay here.
All right. Thank you.
You need to know your rights so that you fight for your rights. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We wish you good luck in your endeavors as you work towards your campaign strategies when the time is right. Thanks for honoring our invitation. Wish you good luck.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for giving me this privilege too. I am happy and I am honored. I know I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to make my community proud, and I'm going to make the whole world proud by God's grace.
Thank you, Madam Grace. Have a great day. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, all listeners out there.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time and wish you all the best. Same time tomorrow, we'll be hosting another session of Political Hour. We'll be engaging our aspirants from COPDEM. I'll be supporting them to run under the platform of ADC, the African Democratic Congress. So see you same time tomorrow. and have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yes, you are free to exit. When is